Okay, Hepper Horsham, this is just the basic pick control and strum, and just down strums, and it's really like we spent a lot of time on last night, just getting the rhythm. That's the most important thing, is to be able to pick an individual note or individual notes and then keep the rhythm of the strum going. So on this, you're just doing this, remember we're doing C F G, and it all has this little cap here on the bottom, the musical bottom of these chords. Each one has the bass on string or fret 3, and for the G chord, the bass is string 6 fret 3, that's a G note, you know that. The 4th in the key of G, just get your little sheet out and follow along with this so that you understand it. It's really not a foreign language. It really all makes sense, and if you address it by first, second, thirds, fourths, and notes, eventually it will just all become second nature, and that's what you want to do. That's what you want to put the work in ahead of time, so that when I say it's the right down below any note here on string 6, on the string below is the 4th of this note, then that starts to make sense, and you know that, and as you move along, that becomes much more less abstract and more practical for you, as you'll see. So you want to go with this little, that's just a 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4. See, first, second, third, and fourth. We have the 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1 scheme for a major chord, and there it is linearly along string 6, and here it is between two strings, two adjacent strings. So you have or, and this is the lead in of G, A, B. And just logically, that is a sequence that leads to a C, G, A, B, C. So you would actually start, it would be 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, with up starting on the ands and the you know the regular 1, and they are in opposite directions, the downbeats with this down, and then this upbeat with an up strum. So we start here 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, strum, 2, strum. And now what you're strumming down here is the 3rd. A chord is made up of the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th. So you have a C chord here. Down below it is the 4th, and the 4th is right next to the 3rd. Adjacent notes, so therefore adjacent frets. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. Strum 2. 1, and 2, and. Their strum would be the and. 1 and 2 and. So that 1 and 2 would be the 3rd, and followed by a strum 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and as we talked about last night, just for patterns and basic structure, it is intuitively obvious to you that the G, the C, and the F are all formed structurally the same, and it's quite visual to you when you look at those 3 chords on the fretboard, that they're formed the same way. It's always, the pattern is always thrown off by this tuning of the guitar at fret 4, string 3, fret 4, so that pushes the notes on string 2 back up 1 fret, so a G that looks like this becomes a C that has this note here on string 2 that's pushed 1 ahead of what a G chord looks like. So you have C, F, and G. And that's a 1-4-5 progression. This is the standard chords that appear in most songs. I'm using most with quotations, you know, it depends which group you're talking about, but they're very prevalent in rock songs and other songs. So you would have the counting. I just want to go through the counting. That you would have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, strum, 2, 2, strum, 3, strum, 4, strum, now down to an F chord, 1 strum, 2 strum, 1 strum, 2 strum, back up to the C, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to a G, 1, 2, 3, 4, back to the C, 2, 3, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, 3. And you want to count it out loud to start. Tap your foot, make sure that you're in rhythm. The rhythm and the timing is all important. And you want to, obviously, you're mixing up two different types of approaches here. One approach is an individual note, the other is a strum. As we talked about last night, you don't have to get that whole, you know, you just want to get that little portion, that little sweet portion right up here, excuse me, just to have a few harmonized notes that express what chord you're playing, so that note isn't just out there unattached or unrelated to the greater thing, which is the chordal structure. What chord are you in and what key are you in? And that fully establishes that, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. And that's all I want you to do. And then of course I want you to just send me your finished product when you do that, and we'll move on to some others. Thank you.
Ta-da.